We found ourselves on a misty day in Cleveland, Ohio.
We're going to a museum at the airport, but right next door was this World War II submarine, the USS Cod, so of course, naturally I had to go aboard.
Yeah, not me. I stayed behind.
Yeah, you stayed in the van. It's okay. It was really good, though. It was a great tour. I was the only one on the sub. I had the whole thing to myself. There was pretty much no glass or anything. You pretty much look at everything you wanted and touch everything, so...
Yeah, of course you touched everything.
No, I didn't. I did touch everything. I just touched a lot of stuff. If it said don't touch it, I didn't touch it. There's the captain's quarters. So small. All of it. And there's the yeoman's desk.
What's a yeoman?
Just like a record keeper kind of thing. And then the control room.
It is so red and blue. I think I like this room.
Yeah, it was nice. And the cruise mess.
Yeah, of course they gotta eat.
And this is the maneuvering station where you essentially control the speed of the ship. And this is the engine room.
Yeah, their dirty laundry.
No, it's clean laundry. They're drawing it. Yeah, it was a great tour. Maybe one of my favorite subs I've ever toured.
Afterwards, we went to the Women's Air and Space Museum in the airport.
Yeah, it was pretty much just us there, but it was a really cool museum. It was really informative, and they just had a lot of info on female aviators and pioneers in space exploration. It was really cool. And then we went to this market. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, again, it was pretty quiet. It was kind of winding down, but it was fun just to walk around and look around.
Now we're at the U.S. Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, it's just a great, awesome museum. It's huge. I mean, there's so many hangars filled of artifacts, old planes, engines like you see here, hanging displays and movies, and oh my gosh, incredible. I mean, we spent, I don't know how long, just in the World War I gallery. And then once you're done with that, it's like you've seen enough of like 2 museums, and then there's more. There's World War II, there's I think Korea, Vietnam, like modern times. There's an area with rockets in it. It's incredible. It's fantastic museum.
Yeah, I seriously thought only the World War I. That was the museum.
You thought that was all of it?
Yeah, and then when I realized there's so much more, I'm like, oh my god, no way.
Oh yeah.
Too big. And it's free too.
That's right, it's free, which is I don't want to say the best part. It was a good part. The whole museum was the best part. It was just so incredible. I mean, I would have paid for it. It's worth it, but yeah. This was kind of cool. I was walking through a bomber, sort of like a cutout of a bomber. So you start in the cockpit, go back to the engineering navigation area, and then I'm about to walk through the bomb bay. So normally the crew would walk through that tube up above, and the bomb bay below, which is where I am, would be not really a path. It'd just be the doors that open up to drop the bombs.
Yeah, so many bombs.
Yeah.
It's all yellow too.
Inside? Yeah, I'm not sure why they do it that way. I think it makes it easier to spot like oil or hydraulic leaks. Oh yeah, here I am, living out my childhood dream. There you guys sit in the cockpit. Adults can do it too. It's not just for kids. And no, I'm not pretending to fly the plane. I'm just inspecting the controls.
Yeah, and that night we went to see Demon Slayer.
That's right.
Finally.
Yeah, we're the only ones in the theater. The only ones in the theater. Just us and the stuffed animals.
Yeah. We began the day in Cincinnati.
Our first stop was Finlay Market. It's a sort of indoor farmer's market downtown. It was cool. We walked around there a lot. We love Germans, for the record. We love the German people. It was neat. There's a lot of cool architecture around there. Sort of like older brick buildings. Inside the market, there's butchers and cheese and fudge and all kind of stuff you can imagine.
Yeah, we didn't get anything though.
No, we didn't.
Things were kind of overpriced.
Well, a little overpriced for us. I mean, a lot of the meat we can't cook. We can't cook like a giant steak here or anything. So. Some of the murals, that was cool.
Yeah. But we did get bread there.
That's right. We got a rustic French boule at this place. It was really good.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get a picture.
Well, I'll take a word for it. And then we made it to Kentucky. This is Big Bone Lick State Park. It was, as you can see, the weather really improved, and it was just a cool place. It's a place where thousands of years ago, I guess salty water would sort of well up out of the ground, and animals, these prehistoric animals like the giant ground sloth, that giant sloth, mastodons and woolly mammoths would come here and I guess drink the water because they couldn't really get salt in their diets. So this is how they got it. And then of course predators would come there and eat some of those animals, and then ancient Paleolithic Indians would hunt them, and so their bones were all left there. So that's how we know about a lot of these animals. And Thomas Jefferson even sent Lewis and Clark through here to look for old bones and bring some back and stuff. So,
yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
Who knew that? That was kind of cool. So this is a kind of scene of what it sort of looked like back then. Animals either get trapped in the muck or they die, and then their bones and tusks get buried for centuries, thousands of years. And that is sort of where the water's coming out. Remember the smell?
Oh yeah, so sulfuric.
Yeah, it was just kind of sulfury. But
yeah.
But it was cool. I mean, the river. It was such a. Just looking back, it's nothing I noticed at the time, but I look back at pictures. I mean, it was just the greenest place we'd ever been.
Then we spent the evening sightseeing in downtown Lexington.
Lexington was really nice. It's really pretty, big, open, modern. I don't know, a lot of things to describe it, but I really liked it.
Yeah, it was surprising too because one of our friends live in Lexington.
That's right. Someone we know was there for a time. He was from Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was a Connecticut native, but he moved there for work. It just seems like a great place.
Very modern.
Yeah.
And historical.
And at the same time, right? Because we picked up a walking tour, sightseeing map, and kind of walked around because there's a lot of like Civil War era buildings, like that Catholic church right there, and then these different houses. I think Mary Todd Lincoln lived there or was from there, and then Abe Lincoln lived here. It was just really cool.
Yeah, I really like these neighborhoods, these quaint little houses.
Right. There's me pretending to be a crazy tour guide, a deranged tour guide, talking about someone's law firm. Yeah, that was someone's law firm right there. I think it was kind of cool. No, it was really cool. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of history. And then we are walking back to the van.
We went to a lot of places that day.
Yeah. Of course, Kentucky is really well known for our horse racing and horse breeding, so we stopped by Keeneland. It's a big horse racing track not far from Lexington. We were there, and we were pretty much the only ones there, except for that guy. The country surrounding the horse tracks are so cool because it's just these horse farms and it's these beautiful green rolling hills. And you can kind of see that, a little bit when you see the racetrack and just how green the lawn is. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that I didn't get those clips of the driving.
Yeah. But you can kind of see it. But it was cool. Yeah, we just walked everywhere, pretty much all through the grandstands and stuff. We just had a look around, all to ourselves. It was really nice. Mm-hmm. It's kind of gets an idea. Of course, that's just grass, right? But the farms are just great with the fences and the lawns. And later that day, we did our very first hike of the entire trip. It was the Auxier's Ridge Trail to Courthouse Rock in the Daniel Boone National Forest. It was a great day, and the trail started on this ridge part. And I think there's an arch underneath us, or you can see a couple arches. And then later, once you pass Courthouse Rock, the trail descends into the forest that we're now overlooking, and you hike back through the forest. It was really cool. And I like to joke, or rather we like to joke, that all these cliffs make it look like they're of me in a movie or something like that, trying to find my way home, or hiking home miles and miles.
Yeah, you're a star of the show.
Yeah, one man has to find his way home through the forest.
Yeah, right now we're just amongst all these ginormous rocks.
Yeah. Checking the rock for moss to see which way's north, of course. I can't remember what I was doing. I guess I was just inspecting the rock.
Yeah, now there's the Courthouse Rock.
Right, yeah, that's it. course, gotta stay fueled up.
Yeah, snack.
And then, yeah, driving through sort of the country in Kentucky, there's feral, I guess they'd be feral dogs that used to be owned by someone, but that apparently, we found from some locals, they would be set loose, which is kind of sad, but they seem, they're healthy. Like, I don't know if they find food and water somewhere, but or maybe someone takes them in. That night we stayed pretty deep in the Daniel Boone National Forest. We were right next to a river, so of course I hunted around and found some glasses and even pieces of coal.
The next day, we did another big hike in Daniel Boone National Forest. Our destination was at Van Hook Falls. Yeah.
And we met a man from Indiana in the parking lot, and he was telling us all about Indianapolis. That's where we got a lot of info about Indianapolis. And it was a really nice hike. It was pretty easy, mostly flat.
Yeah, compared to the one the day before.
Yeah.
That was a lot more hilly.
It kind of just follows the river down. And, where did I find it? It was a bridge.
One of many bridges.
And yeah, there's the bigger river that the stream connected to. And then look at this.
Little tadpoles.
Yeah, little tadpoles.
Well, they're kind of big. I was surprised they were really, bigger than I thought
Yeah.
they would be.
And this is at the second bridge above the raging river. And there's the falls. There's Van Hook Falls. They were incredible. Yeah, we went right behind it. It was so cool. The thunderous sound of the falling water was just amazing.
Yeah, definitely have a photo shoot too.
Yeah. And then I think this is on our way to the campsite. Yeah, there's some friendly people on horses, and we went to this campsite where there's one of the people there. And then we met some locals who asked us what we were doing there because it was so out in the middle of nowhere. They were really friendly, and they warned us of black bears, but we didn't see any black bears, so it was fine. But I was a little afraid going to sleep, but we were fine.